Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
The strains of the national anthem of Brazil.
Well, that was special. Now stand by for this. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check, it'll be 4-5-1. And it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
Goal, Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Number 17, Kylian Mbappe.
Switzerland finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Played out towards the right wing. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's taking no chances there. And here's Embolo. Not the most accurate pass. Yamal. Messi. Fernandes. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Rodriguez kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. It's a really well-measured ball. Nicely weighted ball. He's had a shot! That's a lovely, neat pass. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet.
Alexander-Arnold. Camavinga. Mbappe. Granit Xhaka proves too strong. Fernandes was in no mood for any of that. Now it's Vargas. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. That's a super give and go. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Mbappe. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Fernandez. And it's Camavinga. Camavinga. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Valverde. Well, that pass isn't the best. Alvedi.
Switzerland definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
Mbappe, given the lift of his goal. And it's Mbolo. Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. And he's picked it up out wide. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Mbappe. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Granit Xhaka. Freuler. Now, what about a counter-attack? Half an hour played now. Now it's Freuler. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Has to go back here. And the finish! Oh, split-second reaction.
Vargas actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They've played it short. And the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. That's put paid to the danger. Rodriguez. Can he get on the end of this? And that is headed... Mbolo! And it's come back out to him. Cleared without hesitation. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Yamal. Now he's got space here. And it's hoisted clear. And it's been taken short. Looking for options for movement. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. They've played it short. Goes for a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And he's straight offside. That has ended up in no man's land. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kane. Now it's Yamal. That's really well manoeuvred.
Has been indicated.
Passing nice and neat. Oh, that's superb. Zakaria receives it in a good position here. He's in a good position here. And the The referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
We are glad
Brazil
to inform
go
you
in
that
at
today's
half-time
matchday
with
programs
a
are
1-0
available
lead.
from stands located by the gates.
Yeah, on the face of it,
I'm sure
it
they
looks
will
a
make
fair
fine
reflection of
souvenirs.
what we've all seen,
Everyone,
Peter.
please welcome
Some
our
incisive
players.
play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Brazil just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. That gets us going once more. Brazil currently ahead by the smallest of margins. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Now it's Freuler. Now it's Vargas. Oh, well played. Messi is always looking to break lines. Now it's Fernandez. Yamal. And it's Kane. Out towards the flank. That is lovely. Camavinga crosses it in. Xhaka gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. And Bolo, he has found a way through. Brazil are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Now it's Kane, over to the right flank. And here's Messi. Fernandez gets a foot in here. Messi, chance surely! And it's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
60 minutes played. Fernandez. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Kane. Yamal distributed tidily. And Fernandez. Fernandez.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Messi. Now this could be a chance. Zakaria deals with that comfortably. Akanji. Freuler. Now it's Bolo. Akanji. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Yamal. Valverde. Akanji spots it and intercepts. Ricardo Rodriguez. For Granit Xhaka. And it's Zakaria. Well timed, excellent interception. Fernandez. Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And it's made its way to him. Fernandes. Fernandes. Now it's Messi. Now it's Fernandes. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Kane. Yamal. Now Mbappe. Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. Fernandes. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And it's skewed away. That's good play. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. And Bolo. Brazil can consider themselves just about safe now. To Ricardo Rodriguez. And it's Xhaka. Alexander-Arnold makes the interception. Brazil clearly now in lead preservation mode. Now it's Kane. That's destined for the flank. Mbappe! And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lobbed in behind. He is just caressing the ball.
There will be 1 minute added
Not too
time.
much to add on here, just a minute. Freuler. Embolo. And that will be the final act. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
There's the whistle, and here we go. No, that's been intercepted. Akanji. Fernandez. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Diop. Hakimi. And that's going right the way across. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Valverde, not the most accurate pass. Hakimi. El Ainaoui. That has been slung wide. Now it's Al-Kanous. Tries, there's the shot! And that is wildly off target.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Mazraoui. El Ainaoui. Now it's Al-Kanous. Good ball, good take. Al-Kanous. And he gets rid in a hurry. Brazil still without a single shot on target. Alexander-Arnold. Camavinga. And Fernandez. Unahi. Spread it left. Al-Kanous. Now it's Al-Kanous. Mazraoui receives it in a wide position. And it's El Ainaoui. Ambitious ball here. Chance! Goal! Morocco! And Morocco score first!
Yeah, look, let me tell you that when you're receiving a ball from behind, when you're on the move like that, can be very tricky to negotiate, but technically I think he got that right. The finish was beautifully composed.
Camisa 11.
Morocco have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Brazil are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Nicely spread. Yamal. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. El Ainaoui. Now it's Messi. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. And it's Valverde. Fernandez cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
El Ainaoui played out towards the right wing. That's a throw. Valverde. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mazraoui. Hakimi. Can he get it through? Now it's Brahim Diaz.
Brazil truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
And he's taking no chances there. Alexander-Arnold. And Akanji. Valverde. More and more pressure on the ball here. Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Knocks it into space. Now can he find a finish? Camavinga has it out wide and in space. Oh, he's been caught napping. Yamal. Plenty to aim at here. Brahim Diaz. And it's Mazraoui. That's the end of the first 45. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Brazil come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. The second period is underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Looks across and plays it in. Mbappe. Fernandez. For Valverde. Akanji. That's a good ball out wide. Mazraoui. Riyad. And Unahi. Strokes it back. And it's Mazraoui. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Messi is always looking to break lines. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Brazil still this single goal behind. El Ainaoui, searching pass he's played there. Oh, the whistle's gone, what's he given? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
He's gone direct. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, super ball. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Now it's Al-Kanous. The ball goes in. Cleared away. Messi. Mbappe. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Brazil are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Unahi picks it up out wide. Oh, that's nice. Brahim Diaz. Yamal. Fernandez. Now Mbappe. Brahim Diaz. Unahi. Brahim Diaz. Lovely pass, but can he get there? This looks promising. And he's gone looking for safety. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Teremos uma substituição.
Oh, good take in a good area. Valverde. And it's Messi. Oh, good spread. Now it's Yamal. And he's managed to get free. And that has put paid to that. Al-Khanous. El Ainawi. That's Brahim Diaz. And it's El Ainawi. He's looking wide. Al-Khanous. Now Mazraoui. Spread to the right. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Camavinga. Akanji. And Yamal. And it's Valverde. Well seen, saw that coming. Mazraoui. El Ainawi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Shifted it to the flank. Aimed beyond the defence. Header! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Distributed tidily. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, sweet feet. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And it's El Ainawi. Looking tidy and he's going for goal! No, he's missed it.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
So changes afoot here and from both sides.
Camisa 4. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 10. Camisa 9.
Caicedo.
Substituição em andamento.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. It's Camavinga. Messi. Now it's Kane. Kane! Oh, well hit, very well hit actually.
Foram indicados 2
It's the
minutos
return
de
pass.
acréscimo.
2 minutes to be added on. Played over towards the opposite flank.
Well spotted.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. There you have it. The referee says that time is up. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. Now that was impressive. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, modern centre-backs are judged on their ability to defend. But this guy, Christian Romero, is a player who excels up front too. He loves every opportunity to make a forward run. And even when it comes to set pieces, he'll hang around for minutes thereafter in the hope that he might just get an opportunity. So yes, he's a centre-back, but a very different one.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. So off we go then. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. And this is Kane. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. McAllister. Montiel. And Fernandes. Almada. Medina. Oh, such a clever touch. And he's had it nicked away. Kane.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Valverde. Oh, good spread. Can he latch on to this? Medina, Fernandes, and they've switched it over to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Both sides exercising caution for now. McAllister. And Almada. He's found a way past. And it's Fernandes. It's a promising position. Medina gets into a good position. Medina. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Fernandes. Camavinga, he's looking wide. Tries to pass it through. Camavinga. Messi. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. And Messi! They want to be quick to recover this. That's very neat. And this is Kane. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Valverde. And this is Kane, spread to the right. Aims beyond the defence. Romero tries to clear. Ambitious ball here. No, he's just misjudged that one. Neither side yet able to find the net. Now it's Martinez. Neither of these two want to come off second best. The ball in acres of space out wide. Impressive jump! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Alexander-Arnold. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fernandez. Martinez. Kane. Valverde. Akanji. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Fernandez. Played out to the left flank. Now Mbappe. Fernandez. And here's Camavinga. That is good alertness. Fernandez. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Montiel. Now it's de Paul. And it's Fernandez. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Alexander-Arnold. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. And Fernandez. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Spread out to the left. And here's Mbappe. And he skips past his man. And that was very necessary. And he's quick to snatch it back. McAllister. Messi. Fernandez. And Almada. Medina. To Martinez. Romero. This is a promising build-up. That's the end of the first 45. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How to look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. So straight into the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
De Paul picks it up out wide. That's going to go a long way. Ball is over the line. Mbappe. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Yamal. Threads one in, and he welcomes it in. Oh, that's fabulous. Mbappe! Medina can clear it away. Distributed tidily. And it's Messi. McAllister. That has been slung wide. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Valverde did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And a chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Fernandes being hounded, manhandled at times.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
Valverde, some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Shifted into the flank. Mbappe has it in a wide position. Yamal. He's in a great... And Messi! Of course! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Número 21, Messi.
Brazil penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now. That's just playing it safe and simple.
McAllister. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. In early. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Backward it goes.
Argentina really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
In with the challenge. Now it's Martinez. Alexander-Arnold. Medina does really well to win the ball there. Fernandes. Almada. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Lovely feet. Fernandes finding himself in space. And that's a dangerous ball.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cambio en Argentina. Número 22. Número 25. Número 7.
Now it's Mbappe. Nice control. Oh, some astute defending there.
Número 11.
Montiel defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Lo Celso is wide and looking to get onto this. Messi! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Swings it across. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Into the last 5 minutes. Now it's Simeone. Almada.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Brazil moments now away from seeing this one out. Lo Celso. Montiel. Now it's Lo Celso.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de
Engages
compensación.
and forces him off the ball. Fagioli. And it's Messi. Kane. Not the most accurate pass. Montiel. And here's Fernandez. And it's McAllister. Simeone! Dispatched clinically. And right near the end, we have parity. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, talk about making the most of a momentary lapse in concentration. He was just that little bit quicker and smarter than everyone else around him.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
And there goes the final whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Messi taking in the accolades, having... Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
That's got things underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Achraf Hakimi, who has proven himself in many of the top leagues at such a young age, Peter. He's tactically very astute, he's versatile anywhere on that right flank, and you see him make overlap after overlap, and he loves to stretch defences.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Brilliantly cut out. Valverde. Fernandez. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Camavinga. Mbappe. For Valverde. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. He's found a way through, and he's in on goal. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's on it, can he get away? Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Yamal. Yamal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Mazraoui clears without hesitation. First quarter of an hour gone. Camavinga looking to receive it in space. And he's there to deal with it. Camavinga receives it in a wide position. And that has been knocked clear. Still goalless at the moment. Mazraoui. Riyad. Unahi. And it's El Ainawi. This is a promising build-up. Unahi. Tries one from range! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Yamal. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Messi. And Fernandez. Good ball, good take. And Messi! And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Hakimi. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Al-Kanous. Unahi. Unahi! That's put pay to the danger. Showing good feet. Out of play for a goal kick. Valverde. Fernandez. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Hakimi does well not to be outdone there. Now it's Mbappe. Fernandez. Unahi. And here's Brahim Diaz.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That's a corner kick. Donnarumma gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. That has been slung wide. Camavinga. Now it's Kane. Brahim Diaz. And it's Diaz. And Unahi. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Goes for a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
They've played it short. Looking to play him in. Plays it, and there's the header! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Camavinga. Messi. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Kane. Kane. And that intercept. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reached the halfway point.
A very entertaining half, Peter. The game's been played at a really good intensity. It's been open. It's been quite end-to-end, and I think the crowd are really immersing themselves into this. And I just hope we get more of the same in the second half. Something to look forward to.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So, into the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Unahi. Alexander-Arnold. Yamal. Fernandes. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Tries to pass it through. Fernandes. Akanji. And Yamal. And it's Valverde. Fernandes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's El Kanous. Unahi. Unahi! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Unahi. Hakimi gets into a good position. Mbappe. To Messi. Now it's Kane. Nicely spread. Tries to play it through. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Not the most accurate pass. Kane, and another try! Unahi. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Threads one in. Now it's Al-Khanous. Gives it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Now it's Brahim Diaz. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Mazraoui with the short one. Played in. He's there to hit it! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Brahim Diaz. Plays the return pass. He's looking wide. Now it's Al-Khanous. El-Khanous with the cross.
Morocco really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Yamal, he is onto this, and he's charged, surely! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Mazraoui. Diop. El Ainaoui. And it's Hakimi. 75 minutes played. And he was quick to react.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Morocco are looking to go forward now. Mazraoui.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Space for him to turn and look. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Messi. Shifted it to the flank. El Ainaoui was in no mood for any of that. Hakimi. Oh, can he get onto this?
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Brazil have opted to make another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Yamal, the puppet master, looking to pull the strings. Now, can they get him away? He has found the way through. El Ainaoui clears it away. Now it's Al-Khanous. And that is that. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although if you look at the overall balance of things, neither did enough to win this, and I think the result is quite fair.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. Well, if that doesn't get the juices flowing, then nothing will.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt.
Yamal. Valverde.
Now it's Yamal. And it's Messi. Yamal. And he's had it nicked away. Vargas. And here's the chance to counter. Looking for the run. And this is Embolo. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Crosses it in here.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Nicely weighted ball. And the ball is out of play. Akanji. Camavinga. And the return pass. Valverde. And this is Kane. Oh, red. Nice interception.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Oh, good spread. Gives it back. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yamal.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Valverde. Can he get it through?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Vargas. Rodriguez. Now it's Vargas. Engages and forces him off the ball. Valverde did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's where it came from. Strokes it back. Yamal. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
It's run loose, who's going to get there? Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that's been drilled in. That'll be a throw. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Switzerland have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Granit Xhaka. Great vision. Now it's Embolo. Now it's decent chance! Mbappe. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Kane, Yamal. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Looking here to chip it through. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
We're on the move again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Now there's a fine ball. Mbappe! Oh, that's fabulous! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it.
Goal scorer for Brazil after 48 minutes.
He just absolutely speared that in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Brazil have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now it's Kane. It's a good ball out wide. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Brazil have a free kick. Fernandez. It's a really well-measured ball. Just eases him off the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Granit Xhaka. And it's Zakaria. And it's Xhaka. Distributed tidily.
Brazil are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Played with finesse.
Vargas really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And this is Kane. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. And the score is 1-0. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Switzerland really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Valverde. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Substitution for Switzerland, number 17.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, it's pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Okafor running with the ball. Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Switzerland are looking to break at pace. Granit Xhaka. And this is Embolo. He's having a hit! Well, now it's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught napping! Takes aim and crosses. Embolo! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Substitution for Switzerland, number 7.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 8, Freuler. Coming on the field, number 23.
Valverde.
Number 3.
Brazil perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
In progress.
And Fagioli. Mbappe looking to receive it in space. Zakaria. "75 minutes played. Granit Xhaka, pass somewhat off target. Camavinga, Akanji. Well, that has not gone well. He is through here!
Switzerland really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Akanji. Now Mbappe. Zakaria. Brazil still ahead by the game's only goal. And it's Rodriguez. Now it's Okafor. Yamal. Fagioli. Okafor charging forward, the ball at his feet.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Substitution.
I think we're just about done here. Caicedo. And it's Messi. Over to the right flank. Okafor. Sau. Switzerland do have a chance to counter here. And the pass is intercepted. Mbappe looking understandably energised after his goal. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple.
Added time.
Fagioli. Oh no circumventing this opponent. That's clear cut, it's a free kick. Zakaria is in a really good position out wide. Brazil have opted to make another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Brazil have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beckley.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Belgium. Well, that was special. Now stand by for this. Brazil have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
So straight into the action. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I think this team can do themselves a massive favour by playing to this guy, Jeremy Doku's strengths. He's a bit of a nightmare for many defenders, and it's because of the fact that While a lot of wingers can be inconsistent, this guy has got some real substance. And initially, yes, he did struggle on making those connections to players in the box. Now, it's all beginning to work out.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Kane. Now it's Messi. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. De Ketelaere. Both sides exercising caution for now. He's looking wide, and here's Doku. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, and it's Meunier. And here's De Ketelaere. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Kane. Trossard. Looking for the run. Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Trossard. And he's forced to go back. And it's De Bruyne. And he's picked it up out wide. De Bruyne. Now here's the delivery. And that has been cleared. Fernandes. Valverde. Yamal. Can he get on the end of this?
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Castagna. Here's Doku. Now it's De Bruyne. Now it's Kane. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Alexander-Arnold. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Space for him to turn and look. Mbappe. Kane. Mechelen. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Messi. Cute ball, now how can he reach it? Meunier. That's destined for the flank. Doku. Tielemans. Sends it crossfield. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Meunier. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Castagna. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Played out towards the right wing. That'll be a throw. Camavinga and Akanji. Alexander-Arnold. Yamal. Now that is tiny, really tiny. He's found space here. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, he's been caught. Takes a shot! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Brazil are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
And here's Doku. Now it's De Bruyne.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Now it's Trossard. Lovely bit of skill. Now this could be a chance. And here's the there's the shot! Against the crossbar. Yamal. And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Brazil go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Brazil are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. The second half is up and running.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Shoots! It's a goal! Belgium are back in business. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Minutos do segundo tempo pelo jogador camisa 17.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
De Bruyne. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, that is a good ball. Real chance! Goal! Belgium! Belgium with the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Meunier. And it's Amadou Onana. De Bruyne. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. That is a brilliant interception. And he's heaved it away. Valverde looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Swung over, pass somewhat off target. Meunier. Now it's De Ketelara. Now it's Tielemans. Oh, good spread. De Bruyne. Knocks it into space. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Camavinga.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Now it's De Bruyne. Trossard. He's a sharp little ball here. Crosses it in. Donnarumma claims it, safe hands. Alexander-Arnold. And Fernandez. Mbappe. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Aims beyond the defence. Shapes to shoot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And yes, it's there! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Mbappe. Now it's Messi. Meunier. And it's De Bruyne. Here's Onana. Shifted it to the flank. Now it's Doku. He has found the way through. Now it's De Ketelaere. Played out to the left flank. Flings it across. Tries to get it clear. And it's De Bruyne. And the cross comes in. Ah, that's a fine interception. Mbappe. Oh, they could break here. Trossard. He's found a way through. He's on it. Can he get away? Now it's De Bruyne. And here's Trossard. Brilliantly cut out. Fernandez. And it's Messi. Trossard. Meunier. Played towards the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Doku. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Doku in acres of space out wide. De Ketelaere. Donnarumma gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Alexander-Arnold. And Jamal. He's got away. Can he get away here? Brazil have a free kick.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 19. Camisa 4.
So, power or guile, what's it going to be?
Deixando o campo
And he's lifted it over.
Camisa 10. Camisa 44.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Van Aken, nicely spread. Camavinga makes the interception. Now it's Messi. Doku. Tielemans. Fagioli does really well to win the ball there. And that will be the final act. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Brazil desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very
Hello,
nicely
everybody,
here.
and welcome to
Gorgeous,
today's
gorgeous
match.
evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The strains of the national anthem of Brazil. A truly great anthem. Now, can they do better? How do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
It's very hard to miss this guy, Haaland, when there's all 6'4" of him. A player with great football pedigree in his family. Remember, his father played in the English top flight. The most talked about man in football. He's really one of a kind and marauds his way around the pitch.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Well, we're on the way. Hops for safety. And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Berger. Ødegaard. Berger. Haaland. And here's Sørloth. Oh, that's neat. And he's running through. Haaland! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Fernandes. Now it's Messi. Nice control. Played out towards the right wing. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's managed to get rid. And they've got a throw. Mbappe. This is a promising build-up. Brazil yet to have an attempt on goal. Quality ball. Could move up a gear here. Yamal. Haaland. Now it's Sorloth. And it's Ødegaard. Now there's a fine ball. And he shoots! Oh, it's come off the upright. He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Norway really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Valverde. And Fernandes. Mbappe. Really fierce, close defending. Can he spark a counter here? And it's Berger. Can he get on the end of this? Can he finish? And he couldn't finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Fernandes. That has been slung wide. No, he's just misjudged that one. And that is out of play. Now it's Mbappe. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Now it's Kane. And this is Messi. Oh, that's a clever look. Chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Camavinga. He's found space here. It's a pretty loose pass. Valverde. Now Mbappe. Oh, some astute defending there. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Has a look and place it forward. Messi running with intent. Kane tries a shot! And he's there to belt it away. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Mbappe. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Now it's Yamal. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Ødegaard. Haaland. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Ødegaard. That's Sorloth. Berger. And here's Ødegaard. And it's Berger. Lovely pass, but can he get there? So no flag here. Cross from Odegaard. Alexander. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
And now I'd just like to
review the first half?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. And maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So off we go again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Fernandez tries one from range. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target. Alexander-Arnold. And Akanji. Camavinga. And it's Valverde. That's a good ball out wide. Yamal, the man with the tools to make a difference here.
Norway really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Alexander-Arnold did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Yamal. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Fernandez being hunted in packs.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
And it's Fernandez. And the
The
finish!
attendance for this match was 52,820.
Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Fernandez certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Berger. It is still anyone's game, 0-0.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Donnarumma deals with that nice and simple. Mbappe. Camavinga. Messi is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Surlot. He's having a pop! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Substitution for Norway. Number 7.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Coming on
Well, I
the
think his
field
job here,
is
Peter, is going to be to
number 11.
reinvigorate that attack. Just change the rhythm up front.
Camavinga. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. For Valverde. Fernandes. And here's Kane. It's Kane! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Space for him to turn and look. Norway have opted to make another change here.
Substitution for Norway. Number 10, Ødegaard. Coming on to replace him is number 22, Bob.
Akanji. And it's Valverde. And Alexander-Arnold. Yamal. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Half an hour gone in the second half. Bob.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Mbappe. Valverde. Spread out to the left. Fernandes. Oh, played through for the wide man. It's a sharp pass. Norway are looking to break at pace. Now it's Bob. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. It's a goal kick.
Substitution for Norway. Number 20.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 23. Substitutions taking place.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Spread to the right. Fagioli, can he finish? And that is doing no harm at all.
Substitution in progress.
Brazil making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a good run he's making out on the left. 4 added minutes on the board. Bob. Ryerson.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that is as far as it goes. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me, and to wish